about our guy here. So you all heard in there, it alluded to him with something with Def Jam. Oh, this is juicy. And that's what Joe Button was talking about when, let me find, I'll find it again. When Joe Button was saying how he didn't like him because he thought he was a scammer. And they go into little details about he did something. Well, let's just find out what exactly he did, because I was like, what? Huh? What? Let me. Okay, here we go.
In August of 2016 began the rollout for his second studio album, Endless, the final release to fulfill his contract and get out of Def Jam's grasp. However, something was different about this one. Frank signed an exclusive album deal with Apple that still remains in the legal limits of his Def Jam contracts, but Endless wasn't pieced together like a traditional track-by-track album would be. Instead, it was showcased via live stream that lasted over 5 days, which was only accessible on Apple Music.
So he's streaming for 5 days? I'm here streaming for about 17 minutes now. I'm like, man, I hope these people don't click off. Hey, while y'all here, anyway, before y'all click off, please like and subscribe, turn on notifications. You know, I'm live every single Wednesday at 5. This week was at a 7, but usually at 5. And of course, randomly, I get these red herrings and I'm just like, I need to find out more. And then you end up with one of these videos. Anyway, streaming for 5 hours. Let's go back to hear what he was doing.
The live stream consisted of Frank building a staircase in a Brooklyn warehouse, while snippets of Endless played in the background. Fans were hyped and Def Jam was confused, but once the live stream ended, they realized they were just trolled. Taken straight out of Tyler's book, Endless ended up becoming what felt like an endless wait for an endless live stream that led to a 45-minute visual album titled Endless. All to get out of the deal he says has been a chess game for 7 years. He purposefully made his final album a waste of time to lower first week sales that estimated to be a small $157,000. In other words, instead of making Def Jam millions, he gave them exactly what they saw in him, little to nothing. But the finessing wasn't over just yet when Frank finally escaped Def Jam's grasp and dropped a magazine titled Boys Don't Cry a day later. The magazine was inspired by the ones he
Maybe that's the magazine that people were talking about. And the other thing where he talked about the mom thing, that's where whose mom was giving that message. Okay, we're finding out all kind of things. Okay, what else happened?
he'd read as a kid and featured body art, cars, and other various things Frank Ocean loves, including a poem about McDonald's written by Kanye West. But as confusing as was intentional, did everyone realize the purpose of this self-sabotage was for? Def Jam believed Frank Ocean needed Def Jam, when in reality was the other way around. Without second-guessing he would leave, did they see the real potential of this artist? On the day after Endless released was Frank's 4th album, Blonde, which became the biggest industry finesse of the century. That's right, Endless and Boys Don't Cry was meant to build up hype for Blonde, which reportedly racked in $2 million on top of the supposed $20 million from the Apple deal.
Oh, now I get it. It's like a whole Ocean's 11 chess type thing going on. Did you all see? Okay, so basically, he had a deal that he didn't like with Def Jam. All right, got that. He needed to do 2 albums. He did 1, and apparently there was some issue before because he had done an album prior to that, which they didn't really go behind. There was some music on there that needed to, the whole copyright thing needed to be taken care of, and Def Jam didn't do it. That's what they said. And then, but he did have one official album with them. He was mad at them, and he's just like, okay, I got y'all. So he releases this album, but like essentially for free. And when it was actually released like an album, they didn't make no money. But all of that, and then of course he threw out a magazine in there, and all of that was hype for the Blonde album. He was already out of the Def Jam deal, and all the Blonde stuff went to him. I don't know. What y'all think? Is that? I don't know. That's kind of sneaky. tell me, okay, do you all think it's okay? Is finessing people, is that okay? Or is it fine? Is finding loopholes okay? Or is it like cheating? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Is he being wise or is he being a cheater? I don't know. I don't know. Something about it don't feel right to me. But you know what? I don't have no record deal. I don't know how it works. Maybe when my son has a whole record deal, I may think differently. Let me know in the comment section. If any music people watches it, I don't know. Let me know. Okay, let's keep going. We are finding out a lot about Frank Ocean here. I ain't know all this. And then, okay, so I